Gary, this is stupid. Look, I'm really sorry.
You ought to be.
I don't know what to say, okay? I found you sleeping in my yard, and there was an empty beer bottle,
And you jumped to the wrong conclusions. Did you ask John if the bottle was his? Well, that's great. Then you got real proof. Obviously, my word wasn't good enough.
Gary, please, can we just start to stay over?
Nope.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I think so.
And Michael?
He's tired.
Come on, Donna, don't do this.
What?
Treat me like I did nothing wrong. At least get angry with me.
Why?
Because I knew Michael was sick and I didn't tell you.
It's okay. It's okay. The only thing that's important right now is that Michael gets well.
I'm coming! Come on, don't knock my door down.
Ma'am, do you have a fire?
Who called you? I had
Your
a fire.
neighbor. He heard the smoke alarm.
Oh,
Smell the
yeah,
smoke?
yeah. I know my mother. You know, hottest day of the year. She tries to kill me. It's a conspiracy.
Ma'am?
Oh, you can go now. I have to plot him at your side.
Oh, where have you been? Is the guard still out there?
Yes.
Well, Morgan says I'm okay, so I can go home now.
Well, that's not the point as far as my son is concerned. Look, I've got some news for you.
What? Oh, I'm afraid to ask.
You did not miss Paulina's wedding.
What do you mean I didn't miss it? She didn't marry Joe?
No. Jake stopped her.
Jake's
Yes,
dead, darling.
Mr. McKinnon himself.
He's alive?
Evidently, there must be something going round.
Well, I've got to get out of here now. I've got to. Paulina's going to be beside herself. But I can't find my clothes.
You say your clothes are missing?
The taste has gotten worse. Fortunately, it's no longer for me. Sleep well, dear.
What are you doing? Have you completely lost your mind?
All the time.
Well, you aren't a morning person, are you? But I'm such a good sport, I would give you your breakfast anyway.
What the hell is going on
You
here?
don't have much of a vocabulary, do you? But then I was told that about you.
Okay. Look, I'm gonna go along with this for the next 5 seconds or so because I can only assume this is some kind of a sick murder mystery or
Why don't
something.
you have your soup? It's cabbage, full of fiber. Guaranteed to elevate your mood.
You get me down here with a tape of Kirkland crying. Now you're offering me
fun.
Do I look like I'm having fun? Now listen to me. I just woke up from some kind of a sleep like I've been drugged. You have me chained here like I'm some kind of a dog, and you lure me down here with a tape of my son crying. How sick is that? Now cut it out. The jig is up.
One lump or two.
What has happened to you? Are you completely psycho?
Now, let's get one thing perfectly clear. I am not insane.
Yes, you are. And you are not Rachel Corey.
Ryan, Morgan says I'm better, so I can leave.
Right, Ryan, what's the latest?
I lost her.
What?
Then it's a fact.
She never did show up at the wedding, and
Oh,
she
you
hasn't
and-
been back at home.
You
No
and
one's
your
even seen her.
assumptions. Why do we even listen to you?
Rachel, I'm sorry. I can't let you go. Justine is still out there. She's trouble, and that means you're in danger.
I can't stay here.
What if she knows that we're both back here in town?
Who knows? Officer. Dolan, what are you doing here?
Munson has court today. His replacement went to get coffee, so here I am.
Can you come in here a minute?
Yeah. How's it going?
Well, everything's just ducky, Miss Dolan, but what the hell are you doing here? Why aren't you at the house?
I've got it covered. All right, Carl?
You got it covered like everything else is covered? Well, why don't you explain to me then, please, where are Rachel's clothes?
I have no idea, and why don't you just calm down?
Calm
What
down.
do you expect me to do? Do you expect me to let Rachel just walk right out in the middle of Justine's trap?
Yeah, that's what I want.
You won't accept my apology?
Why should I?
I don't know.
I'm busy.
Okay, look, I know I crossed the line.
Wouldn't be the first time once.
No, you're right. The last time I saved your sorry dirty ass. I know it hurt you to accuse you of taking a drink when you didn't. But it's not like I don't have a frame of reference, is it?
What gives you the right to come in
I
here?
know I know I don't have a right. That's why I'm here to apologize. And you're just gonna chase me out, is that right? Fine. But can I ask you a question first, at least?
What is it?
How long after you chase me out is it gonna take before you start to come on to me again?
I didn't come on to you.
Oh, come on. How about last night at my house? You told me you were attracted to me.
I shouldn't have said that.
Obviously. But you did. So, what now, Romeo?
Can we not do this now?
Okay, what should we do then? Should we just declare a moratorium on all communication, even here?
Yeah.
Well, that's clear.
I won't come see you at the farm. And you don't have to come to my apartment and see me. And when we're here at work and we have to talk, we'll do it only when we have to in here. End of story.
Would you just wait a second, okay? I'm really confused here.
Josie, you are not my partner. You are not my sponsor. And obviously we can't be friends, so let's just leave it at that, okay?
I said I know it was wrong to accuse you of taking a drink.
You asked me if I took a drink, and I said no. You chose not to believe me. You chose to believe instead that I got drunk and passed out on your porch.
I'm really sorry.
I wanted that beer. I did. I wanted every beer in that refrigerator. But I didn't have one. I went to Felicia, and you know what she said? She said it was a victory.
I put you on the defensive. Made you feel like you lost. Fine. Then I won't bother you again.
Okay. I won't come on to you again. And we'll just be set.
Boy, if I didn't know any better, I'd say I just witnessed a fraternization violation. Wouldn't you think, Derek?
All right, let's top it off here. Come on. Now.
Brothers!
What? What are you looking at?
Nothing.
It's a shirt, right?
No.
I was gonna change.
So change.
So there's a shirt.
Oh, my God.
God.
The Lawrence Brothers in Brotherly Love, Sundays this fall on NBC.
Didn't expect to see you here today.
Well, I've got a ton of work to do and a lot of phone calls to return, so gotta use the office here.
I just meant that at the hospital you said you wanted to talk to John about
John
Michael's.
was in surgery.
Well, I'm sure he'll call you when he gets out.
I did get the name of the doctor that Michael was seeing before he told anybody that he was sick, and I'm gonna call him right now to see what I can do.
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean?
Well, what can you do? He's getting the best care possible. His brother's been on the case since day one. He says Michael's recovery seems to be going well.
Yes, that's true, but I owe it to Michael to see that he gets the best care possible.
Owe it to him?
Yes, for our children.
Yours and Michael's.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Matthew, you have a minute?
No. I'm sorry. Just a little out of it.
Is she mad at you?
No. But, somehow I'd feel better if she were.
No, Rachel, absolutely not.
Using me as bait is the only way to get Justine.
I completely agree.
Good.
Excuse me? I'm sorry I told you anything.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, Mrs. Hutchins. I am Detective Dolan.
Oh.
It's about time I know the whole story. I have been in your house for weeks. I was undercover. I was assigned to keep an eye on you. This is the first day I've heard about this switch deal.
Well, I'm glad you're not in the dark any longer.
Look, I'm sorry, but I've been doing this the way that I thought was right for everyone's sake.
I understand that, Ryan. I do, and I appreciate everything you've done. If it weren't for you, there's no telling what Carl would have done to Justine by now. But this has to end, and I want to be the one who writes the ending.
It's too dangerous.
She's the one who's dangerous. She's turned the tables on everyone. Let's turn the tables on her for once.
Well, this whole point may be moot anyway. She may be out of the country.
Or waiting for us to resurface.
Darling, I've been a victim for months. Please let me do this. None of you are going to let anything happen to me. No way. Oh, I hope I've dusted my last snifter.
You are to do nothing alone.
He said he is.
Well, if I say no, you'll find some way to get out of here, and then no one will be protecting you. I mean, what choice do I have?
We'll keep your wife protected, Mr. Hutchins.
Sure you will. You best. I know you don't like this lad any more than I do.
Absolutely not.
I need some clothes, though, first.
Oh, I can take care of that.
No, allow me to do that. You simply protect my wife.
No, we can't let you do that, Carl. It's too much of a risk. I mean, if you're to go home, and then Justine goes home, and then she sees you rummaging around in
What
the
a
closet.
singular pleasure it would be to run into your mother in my home. But have no fear. I'll take no risks. I've come too far. Indeed, we all have.
You be careful.
Of course I will. And you are to do nothing alone.
If I'm not Rachel Corey, who might I be?
Who got to you?
Excuse me.
Who got in your head and started messing around?
I don't know what
Was
you're
it some
talking
kind of a cult?
about.
Wait a minute. This has something to do with that case that Ryan has locked away in his head. You've been brainwashed. That's it. And he didn't tell me about it because he was afraid then they'd come after me. His mother.
Bingo.
Yes, he said that his mother had something to do with his case.
Yes, I heard him
That
say
she
that.
was still alive. Rachel. Justine has brainwashed you. She's brainwashed you to get Carl back. She wants him. How long have they had you?
And I'm supposed to be insane.
Okay, now just listen to me. I'm gonna let that little episode with the tea go because obviously what you need is some deprogramming. So we're going to go upstairs together, the two of us, and we'll look somebody up in the yellow pages, okay?
You're such a creative little creature, aren't you? If you hadn't messed up my son's life, we might have been friends.
What are you talking about, your son? What does Jamie have to do with this? Now, Look, that whole business with it was ancient history with Jamie. All right, we have joint custody of Stephen. We get along now better than we ever did when we were married. Oh. Okay. It's your long-term memory. It's just shot. That's all right. We'll go short-term. Now listen to me. Rachel. I just took your grandchild, Stephen, to Europe to be with his father, Jamie.
Why do you think I would care about Stephen? Now, he's a very sweet little boy. But his father? Rachel. I only care about my son, you fool. Grant Harrison. You're Justine.
Justine, it's Grant. Mother?
A healthy hairspray? I think I'm in love. Gels that are actually good for my hair. A mousse with provitamins. Brilliant.
Leave it to Pantene Pro V to go beyond styling to healthy. There's gel for control, mousse for volume, and hairspray that holds all day. All enriched with Pantene's Pro vitamins that penetrate to improve. Pantene Pro V styling for hair so healthy, it shines.
My hair never had it so good.
I just love it when I find something that makes baking so much easier. It's Crisco sticks. They're easy to measure. And you
know what to do. Hi, honey, it's me. I just wanted to tell you that
Kill me?
I'm not amused by that kind of humor after the few weeks we've just been through.
Where are you, Mother?
Oh, I'm at KBAY. I had a brainstorm on this job hunt.
And where am I?
You don't know where you are?
Okay, Mom, let's play a little game here. You are at KBAY headhunting, and I am... Come on, clock is ticking.
You're at home, where I called you?
Very good. And where would that lovely casserole be that you were making for me?
Did it overcook?
Well, let's just say that my neighbors are probably signing a petition to have me kicked out right now.
Oh, no, they're not.
Oh, when the co-op board gets wind of the fire, they will.
Fire?
I mean, Mom, what is wrong with you? What happened to your head? You didn't use the super glue to keep it on this morning?
Honey, I am so sorry. Was there a lot of damage?
Well, the entire building now stinks of Swiss cheese. I mean, really, where did you get this recipe anyway?
I bet the lunch was ruined, wasn't it? You did eat something, though,
I'm
didn't
hanging
you?
up now,
no,
Mom.
Wait, I have an idea.
Gotta go. There's
Honey,
static on the
all the names
line.
in the one ads. I want you to look. Lorna?
Just
You look hot.
disappear, Buck, would you?
I meant the weather, officer. However, if you were to unbutton a couple of those top ones, maybe, and I do mean maybe, you'd cool off a little bit.
Listen, Buck. Since you're such a stickler for protocol, why don't you just keep this up and then you can add sexual harassment to your list of accomplishments. Excuse me. Anything special I can interest you in today, Buck?
I think I just found it.
You didn't sign up for that key.
I forgot.
You're a probation officer. And the last I checked, only authorized police officers were allowed in the evidence room. It's a funny thing about those regulations.
Yeah, I was looking for something on one of my little boys.
Well, I'm sure you could have gotten it from the case file. You want to tell me what the hell's going on in here, or do I have to go and get the lieutenant?
Your boyfriend, the lieutenant.
Gary is not my boyfriend.
Look, you report me once, and you'll be busting tables for a living by dinner, I promise
Ooh,
you.
blackmail and sexual harassment in the span of 2 minutes. Now, that's a pretty full day. Even for you, Buck.
Fine. Report me. They'll write me up, and then they'll forget about it. I can prove why I'm in here.
Good. That's gonna come in handy, because I'm gonna make sure you're good on your word.
You're Justine Kirkland?
The pleasure is all yours.
Does Ryan know about
Ryan
this?
is a gnat.
Let me just see if I have this straight here now. You're Justine. Dead ringer for Rachel. Ryan is a gnat, and you feel sorry for Grant.
Yes, only physically he is, and I do cover.
What do you want?
What an interesting question, and so few people ever ask one that. I want a family who doesn't desert me, which narrows the field quite considerably to Grant.
Now, just, oh, wait a minute. 1 second here. This person, you know, that I've been talking to for the last couple of weeks, let's say since my mother's engagement party, would that have been Justine, or was... Damn, you are good.
Thank you.
Okay, look, I gotta tell you a little something here about Ryan. Okay, he's a very good cop, and I can guarantee you that he knows more about you than you think he does.
Not enough to keep you protected, hmm? Yes, I know. He is quite a big disappointment, Ryan is. It's such a miracle, isn't it? That a man with all of Spencer's limitations would have a son that would grow up to be a man of such quality. So much more so than his brother.
Hey, what should you say about Ryan? You know, we are talking about your son with Carl, no less, who was supposed to be
Yes,
the...
Carl is the major disappointment, isn't he? He's not the man he was. But it certainly does indicate Ryan's weaknesses.
You really believe this stuff, don't you?
Not a glimmer of recognition, or an instinct for love, or a curiosity even, nothing. How ironic. And his conception was the most passionate moment of my life. But his birth ended my life as I knew it.
Wait a minute, you can't blame Ryan for what Spencer did.
No, I don't blame Ryan for what Spencer did. But Ryan has no feelings. He has no empathy for what I've endured, for my loss.
For your loss? You're the one who stayed away from him.
Well, you just don't know the whole story now, do you, dear? But Ryan, when he found out that I was still alive, he had no curiosity. He didn't ask anybody who I was or what I was like. There was no regret there. Only judgment and resentment and criticism. Ah, but Grant, he's a vastly different story altogether, isn't he?
Yes, he certainly is. And now I see where he gets it.
Oh, thank you. He is such a lovely boy.
Someone is going to come here. And when they do, I am going to scream bloody murder!
Well, you don't know much about wine cellars, do you?
What are you talking about now?
Well, you see, not very much air goes in, not very much air goes out. Ergo, no sound comes in, no sound comes out. It's all very convenient for preserving fine wines. It's also quite jolly for a situation like this, don't you think? You know, I used to think it wasn't a good idea to lock up problems, but I'm beginning to get the hang of it.
Look, you are not going to get away I may die down here, but Ryan is not going to let you get away with it.
It's time to eat your soup, dear. Because you see, you'll find that your own voice becomes so terribly monotonous. I don't want any soup.
Thank you very much. I'm afraid it might put me to sleep again.
That was very ungrateful. And now, I should go.
Just wait a minute. Wait. I just want to know, what do I have to do with this whole thing? I don't care about you, and I certainly don't give a damn about Grant.
Oh, yes, I know that.
Wait. I'm just saying, what can't you have if I'm in the picture? Wait a minute, help me! Help!
Grant, you're back.
Who's that for?
Presenting nuggets from Hershey. Thick, rich chunks of Hershey's milk chocolate you can really sink your teeth into. And we all deserve something to sink our teeth into. Try Nuggets, Hershey's thick bite of chocolate.
Introducing new Quilted Baby Fresh wipes. Now Baby Fresh is not just thick, it's quilted. Quilted to be extra thick and, most important, soft and incredibly gentle. New Quilted Baby Fresh, as gentle with your baby as you are.
1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a break.
Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Give me a break. Give me a break.
Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Sleep deprivation. 70 million Americans have experienced it, but you don't have to. Try Maximum Strength Sleep and All Soft Gels with the Sleep Aid preferred by 7 out of 10 doctors. Sleep and All Soft Gels help you fall asleep fast.
Tomorrow on Today, racism and the LAPD, how the words of Mark Furman have rocked the department. Plus more from Ron Goldman's sister, tomorrow on Today.
Oh, by the way, Advance Financial called today. Our mortgage is approved.
Wow, that was fast. Do you really think we need a bill consolidation right now? I mean,
George, we're reducing our monthly payment by $600, and we get the cash we need to do some work around the house.
$600 a month? Really?
Really. And maybe you'll be able to pay the bills without having an anxiety attack.
A bill consolidation mortgage from Advanced Financial Services could improve your cash flow right now and give you extra cash. And with rates as low as 6.25%, your savings could open up some very interesting possibilities.
You know, we've always talked about having a swimming pool someday. With this cash,
Excuse me, but if we're going to talk home improvements, let's start with the new kitchen you've been promising me for 10 years.
Still putting off home improvements? Try a bill consolidation mortgage from Advanced Financial Services and start making plans today. Call us now at 1-800-555-0512. That's 1-800-555-0512.
The Sundex Report, only on News Channel 10.
You take me away to another world.
We seem to have a family of cats living in the basement.
You're serving them tea?
A restorative brew for their digestive tracts.
It's very thoughtful.
Well, over the years, I've needed any number of strays in order to feed my desire to take care of someone. But now I have my son, so I shan't need to take in strays anymore.
It's rather an expensive place setting for cats, isn't it, Mother?
You called me Mother. What a lovely thing to call me.
I've looked... This is very difficult.
What, darling? What? Tell me.
I've looked into several different facilities for you, Mother. I know this
Grant,
upsets you. I'm only thinking of your health. I want to help you.
I thought
Please
you
let me
understood
help.
what I've gone through and
I
what I've
do.
endured.
I
I mean,
do.
do you really think I'm insane?
Mother, please.
Do you think my actions are not justified?
I think what's happened to you has skewed your perspective some.
You shot yourself and blamed Victoria. Now, that seemed insane to everyone, I'm sure. But it was because they didn't know the truth. They didn't know your perspective. I mean, they couldn't have known how desperate you felt, how lonely, how how you didn't have anyone to turn to, how you were only doing it for your child. You see, I've done the same thing, all for the love of a child. But, darling, we're the same person, don't you see? And had I been here for your crisis, I would have understood you and supported you. I can't imagine you can't support me.
Do you have stationery here? I want you to write a letter.
Let's make it a go. So, anybody at home?
No, no one. Maggie's at a pool party. The staff have not seen the beastie since yesterday. And look at this, darling. Given the pleasurable task of having to dress you, I have decided on this. Do you remember it? Oh, yes. And looky here. Favorite pearls. And a favorite bracelet. And the house is filled with flowers. Flowers. Your mother's roses. A whole house full of colors, smelling deliciously, waiting for you to return.
Hey, have you reached Vicky yet? I think this is your cue, big guy.
At ease. Yeah, hey Vic, it's me. Listen, I'm working now. I just want to get home. I want to tell you everything that's been going on, I promise. So what do you say we leave Kirkwood Bridge and have a real nice long dinner? Give me a call. I'll wait to hear from you, and I love you.
Good in here. How about Kicks? Those are the ones with the little candies, right? Are they any good? Try some.
Kids like Kicks even if it isn't sweet like candy. And moms like Kicks because it's low in sugar.
These are really good. Yeah, but they're easier to eat at home.
Kicks, kid tested, mother approved.
Oh, I could use as much as you want to give me.
Could you use a little extra cash these days?
How's that?
I could use a lot of extra cash.
I like cash.
Who wouldn't?
What do I have to do?
It's easy. Just get Sprint Cents. Now, on top of 10 cents a minute, you'll get cash back every year you're with Sprint.
Thank you very much. It pays to stay.
$1 a minute and cash back.
I like it. Do you really like it?
I love it.
Of course, if you don't need the money, you can always stay with the other guys.
Call for 10 cents a minute evenings and weekends. Now with cash back.
Is this the biggest problem that I face as a woman? No. But...
Oh, I agree. I've enjoyed your breath ever since 96th Street.
Thank you very much. Want the ultimate fresh breath? Try Breath Savers with its cool, minty core. Breath Savers.
Two couples at the crossroads. For one, can they save their shattered romance?
We can be together. We can have a future.
We can't work it out. Sammy is carrying your baby.
While for another, will their romantic memories change what's to come?
Sure you want to do that? Don't you remember it brought me here to divorce me?
This week on Days of Our Lives, NBC Daytime.
Sounds like you're telling working women to put up and shut up with sexual harassment.
Helen Gurley Brown and her magazine. Are millions of readers getting surprising advice? Dateline NBC tonight.
Hey, Lieutenant. Captain? Busy day? Yeah. gonna be a scorcher out there.
Great. You know what that means.
Just gonna have to weather the storm.
You know, people get crazy in the heat. Cops included. Buck? What were you doing in the evidence room?
Taking time with your girlfriend, Gare.
He hassling you again?
We have to talk.
Wait a minute, I thought we agreed we're not gonna...
I saw Buck in the evidence room. Followed him in. He hadn't signed out a key. I'd do an inventory check if I were you.
What are you suggesting?
Just exactly what you think.
Is that Michael's specialist from Chicago?
Yes, he was very helpful.
Good.
He said that Michael was resistant to treatment for some time, and it took his family finding out before anybody could get through to him. I just wish I'd known sooner. Now that I do know, I can be helpful.
How?
Well, for starters, Michael's going to need to have somebody make arrangements for his care when he comes out of the hospital. Clara can't do it. John's too busy. Nick obviously isn't capable of doing anything
Donna,
like that.
do you really think that's your place?
Yes, I really do. Donna Hudson? Oh, Marley, hi, darling. Yes, the trip to New York was fine, but I came back to the news of your father. Yeah, I wish somebody had told me. Yeah, I did a lot of shopping in New York, but the wedding, it can't be my concern right now. We have to rally together for your father, darling.
Well, I did PR for a recording company before I went to work for Senator Harrison. Yes, I know. With a job like that, there's nothing that I can't handle. Well, I would see why you would say I'm overqualified, but I really think... No, I guess you're right. I guess we don't speak the same language. I don't speak stupid. Why didn't you use your key, Felicia?
I really didn't think I'd be welcome here.
You're not. Come on, just stay out of the kitchen or I'll put a restraining order on you.
I really am so sorry. I almost burned down our home. But, honey, I did it for such a good cause. I did.
You know, I think there's a big black cloud hanging over this apartment. Maybe I should move.
Oh, no. Moving is very traumatic, and we don't need drama right now,
yes.
believe me.
And starting my day off with a fire was very untraumatic for me.
Did you happen to call any of these names?
One.
Good girl.
I'm overqualified.
Oh, wow.
Grant Harrison's name doesn't open up as many doors as it used to as a job reference.
Yeah, I'm sure. By the way, have you heard from him?
Once.
When?
Just today, right before the towering inferno.
All right. What did he want?
He just wanted to make sure I was feeling okay.
Uh-huh.
But how about you? Did you find any fabulous careers that are going to change your life?
No, but I talked to Matt.
Good, about your show going back on the air.
About doing PR for the station.
What do you know about PR? Oh,
yes.
I get it. You went there for me. Oh, I see. I could do PR for the hospital and KBAY at the same time.
Lorna.
I think the police need a PR person. Oh, yeah, even that little plumbing store in Main and Third.
Matt is a good friend. He will talk to you about it.
No, I don't think so.
I knew you were going to say that.
You really are burning the candle at both ends to keep me busy, aren't you?
I'm good at it, don't you think?
What I'm trying to figure out is why you're doing it at all.
I don't know. Probably mother's prerogative.
No. No, Felicia, I think you're bored. I do. B-O-R-E-D. Bored. I mean, come on, you've got a zillion friends, you've got a zillion jobs, you've got me, which is a full-time job in itself, and that's still not doing it for you. Got any idea why?
No.
Well, I do. I think you're lonely.
Oh, I'm not lonely.
Oh, I think you are, and I think you've got to do something to change that.
Just like that.
Just like that. No, I bought some cold cuts this morning, which is good news on two fronts.
Which are?
Well, they can't be burned and they can't be poisoned.
They really are impossible, you know that.
All right, come on, wait here. Don't clean anything or cook anything.
Surprise, dear. Were you expecting someone?
I'd have been happy with Joan Crawford.
Ugly little dress, isn't it?
What, now I'm a fashion consultant?
It's for you.
I don't do polyester.
Put it on.
Make me.
I can, you know.
Funny, the way I see it. The only bargaining power I have with you is no. So no.
Well, now, suppose I were to say that you wear this ugly little dress, or you'll never see your children again. What did you just say? I said, suppose that you wear this little dress, or you'll never see your children again. I must leave now. Now you shall wear that dress the next time I come down, or I shall be sorely disappointed.
This is a commercial for cheese. Time for a snack. There's some cheese in the fridge. Be creative. Use your imagination. Throw some cheddar on your fruit. Roll Munster with ham. Cheese can make any old snack. Tastes terrific. My favorite? Jalapeno Jack. Melted on a muffin with salsa. Who knows? They're all irresistible. Suddenly I feel hungry, maybe even jealous. Looks good. May I?
Give you snacks and dry. It's a new kind of antiperspirant, a soft solid with just 2 clicks. It goes on dry to keep you ultra dry. Just watch. An ordinary solid can flake off, but New Sure Ultra Dry vanishes in to form an invisible layer of protection that keeps you drier than ever before. Prove it to yourself. New Sure Ultra Dry goes on dry, keeps you ultra dry.
You only have till Labor Day to pick up the You'd Be Crazy to Cook Mega Meal at KFC, our most amazing value of the summer. For just $14.99, you get a whole roasted chicken or 8 pieces of fried, large mashed potatoes, large gravy, any other large side, 4 golden biscuits, 6 of our famous tangy honey barbecue wings, and 6 big and chocolatey Oreo brownies. So come into KFC and get the You'd Be Crazy to Cook Mega Meal, just $14.99. Because who wants to spend the last week of summer here?
I know what you're thinking.
I'm not sure that you do.
You're thinking that I don't consider our wedding very important anymore.
Well, you said as much
I
to your
said in
daughter.
so many words that my priority
Is
right
your
now...
family. Your family. Not ours. Not our wedding.
Matthew, I have to do this.
Okay. But if you do you really want to be married to me while you're taking care of your ex-husband?
What's the matter, Grant?
Found this slipped under my door at the hotel. It's on Mother's stationery.
My darling son, I'm sorry I couldn't tell you the truth about me when we've spoken. It was easier to be Rachel and to hear you confide in her about the love you still held for your mother than to tell you the truth after all of this time. Things have changed and I must leave the country and your life forever. I'm sorry to say this must be the last you ever hear from me. But know that you are always with me every day of my life. Love, Justine.
There's something new around every corner and great values around every day.
We're doing what's now, doing what's hot.
Doing more.
Going over the top.
There's just one place where the big news is always value. JCPenney, the value leader.
Just think, a whole week at the lake.
And it's allergy season.
All that fishing.
All that ragweed.
Spring in the air.
Water in my eyes.
Awake with the sun.
Awake with sinus pain.
Need strong relief that's better than the allergy medicine doctors have prescribed most? Then try Tylenol Allergy Sinus.
Hey, maybe we can stay an extra week.
Tylenol Allergy Sinus. Powerful relief without a prescription.
Challenge.